Well, hello there. I'm Patrice Porter, the gardening grandma, and I'm a real nature lover and avid gardener. And I love to learn everything about gardening. And any chance I get to pick the brains of the experts or get with the old timers and find out some of their garden wisdoms, I'll take that opportunity. And I've taken many courses, read numerous books, did online research, and really gathered a wealth of knowledge. And then I started applying that knowledge. And I've created on my homestead here 6 different types of gardens. I've got my covered garden. There's the inside the cover garden. It shows that I've got the setup there. It's mostly growing tomatoes and cucumbers that need that extra heat. I've got my greens garden for all my salad pickings. It's closer to the house. I've got my container gardening with different herbs that I keep right close by the door. So for easy picking, I've got my food forest garden that emulates the forest. And that's very easy for me to do because I live right in the forest. So the this emulates the different layers in the forest. One of my newer gardens was a large garden plot that I grow my cool weather plants in. And here, this is where I've got my different brassicas, cabbage, broccoli, under the row covers to protect them from the cabbage moths. And I've got my indoor garden for winter time when everything's covered with snow and we bring things inside and do gardening all year. So we can do gardening all year round. There's another overview of the indoor garden. So with all this gardening knowledge and application, I soon became that go-to person for gardening. And I love to open the world of gardening to folks, especially to our kids. So that's what I'll be doing on my channel is opening up that world of gardening to you and inspiring you to take up gardening with all the many benefits. And it's not just about growing that fresh, nutritious food, that there's there's benefits physically, you're being out in the sunshine and fresh air, getting exercise, and that'll help you sleep better. And for your mental health, as you're, it's like a meditation as you quietly tend your plants and you can just let that stress fall away. Emotionally, there's actually scientific studies that have said that by working in the dirt, that it helps to release the happy hormone of serotonin. And there's many people that consider their garden their happy place. And then spiritually, just being out in the garden does wonders for your spirit. And I like to encourage folks to make it a family affair. It can be a real terrific bonding experience as you're working in the garden together, building those memories. And get your kids involved in the garden. It's a wonderful opportunity to give them that up close connection with nature, get them out of cyberspace and back into the natural world. And as the kids are gardening, they can also be learning many life lessons. A big thing I find with gardening, it can help your children become more independent and responsible, learn about making commitments and follow through, and problem solving, decision making, and patience. And the world with instant gratification, that's a wonderful lesson to learn. And they know that when they're growing, planting their seeds and then you've tending them and then you've got to wait. but you know that you'll be rewarded with all those delicious garden goodies and perseverance. And it can help them become a little more resilient. And not only life lessons, but as the kids are learning to garden and grow their own, and that life skill of growing their own food, they can also be learning their academic lessons of math, science, and literacy. There's so many science lessons in gardening, and math as you're planning out your garden and how many seeds you can plant in an area and measuring, and literacy if they're keeping a gardening journal. And to help with that, I've created the Roots to Learning Academic Lessons Within Gardening program, which is an extension of my popular Got Dirt Gardening for Kids program, which will give the objective and guidelines and activities for each of those math, science, and literacy lessons that the kids are learning right while they're learning that life skill of gardening. And so you see, it's so much more than growing that fresh, nutritious food. You can be growing wholesome kids. And on my show here, and it's not just me, the show is the Gardening Grandma and Friends. So I'll be bringing my friends along, friends who are nutritionalists, biologists, healthy food chefs, and many, many more. And with that, I'll hope you'll come join us as we open the world of gardening with that nature connection and all the well-being.